Okay, I do the Jenga black lion. Okay, we need the Jenga black blocks. Let me get some spare ones over here. So I can show you a few things. These are the Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm gonna get my diagram here. So these people can learn. This is I'm only doing this video for the how to assemble the lion. The mane and the tail and the other stuff I'll do in another video. I'm sorry to move it. So this is the head of the lion. Okay. I did a diagram. I usually do diagrams first, so I know how many blocks to do and what it looks like on paper. Anyway, okay, this is the lion's head. If you look at sideways and you look at up front, okay, this is the nose, the mouth. Over here is the chin. Over here we're gonna put the eyes, because lions don't have eyes on the side, they're up front. Okay, I rounded off a little with sandpaper to make it a little bit rounder on the corners. Don't worry about this because it's going to be covered with fur. Okay, let's get to the head first. I assembled it. I already glued it together. And I use Well Bond. I got this from Amazon, but you can get them on Home Depot, maybe Walmart. This is for wood, tiles, glass, foam, stone, ceramics, a lot more. It dries white. Let's pull this up. It dries white. I mean, it's white, but it dries clear. And it takes like 10 minutes to 15 minutes to really bond, and most like half an hour to really bond. This ain't coming off. Do not use hot glue, because hot glue does not work, and you don't need hot glue to keep it together, because in 5-10 minutes it stays together. So you don't have to use hot glue just to keep it in place. Just use that glue and no hot glue at all. Okay, let's start from the top of the head of the lion. Okay, you see it? The side of the head. I use it this way. And you're gonna have in the first line. Make sure it's this way. Let's make sure I keep everything in the middle so you guys can see. Not too much in the middle. So we can use it this way. Okay? Like that. You're gonna glue here and glue them. You're gonna glue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these. Just like this. Glue. Glue on the side. And glue on the side. And glue on the side. Okay? Glue like that. Make sure they're nice and even. Use the L ruler. Especially when you're doing blocks. Let me get my L ruler so I can show you. What it is. Is that L ruler? L ruler? When you glue them together, and you glue, okay, let me move it up a little bit more so you can see. Can you see it? Okay. This is the L ruler. Now you glue them, glue it, right? Glue, glue, and just put it against so the kids stay nice and even. Okay, leave it there for maybe 5 minutes. So that's the first row you're gonna do. You're gonna do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The second row you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna do 6. Okay. Make sure they're nice and even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was for the first one. 4, 5, yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more for the second. So you're gonna do one roll of 5, and you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rolls of 6. Okay. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rolls of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you do the 8 rolls of 6, glue the 5, glue everything, make 1 roll of 5 and 8 rolls of 6. You got them all glued like this. Glue them on top of each other. Just glue on here, and you're gonna glue on top. You're gonna build them up. I only got a few blocks left because I used all my blocks. Okay, this is what 5 looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like. You glue them together. Okay. Just do your 5. Glue them together. Then you do your 6. Glue them together. And so on. Okay. That's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna do first row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rows of 6 across. Okay. Now the front of this is the nose, the mouth. Okay. You're gonna glue them this way, not this way, like you have them here. You glue them this way, like that. You're gonna glue here and glue 2 together like this. Until they're nice and even. Okay. You're going to glue it in front of the third one. This one, the first 2, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to start at the 4th row. And you're going to glue these 2, just like here. You're going to leave a small space in between. And you're going to glue the next 2, same way. Count from up, 1, 2, 3. At the third one going up, you glue the second piece. You're going to leave a little space in between, as you can see. See it? Okay, let me do here so you can see it. You got it? Okay, because you're going to leave like a chin area here. And over here, you're going to have 3. You're going to see 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 space. You're going to put your eyes here. And this is the part of his head. Okay, this is what it looks like when you finish. Okay. Should I move it this way so you can see it better? Let's move it a little bit this way. I think you can see better like that. I'm doing video on my phone, not on the camera. And then we have what it looks like. Okay, that's the head. Now, next step, we're going to do the neck. The neck is very simple, only 4 blocks going this way. Okay, you're gonna glue 4 of these going this way. Okay, glue up 4 and then on top of each other. You're gonna do 4 and 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of 4 going this way. Okay, that's gonna be his neck. And the neck area is gonna go right here, like this. That's the lines. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit because this is the long way. This is his body. Now his body is pretty long. Okay, this is his body, and it's 16 blocks down. And also, you're gonna glue them this way. Glue, glue, and you're gonna do it 16 across. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. Let me see if I move the camera this way so you can see. I want to show you upside down. Okay, make it here longer, like that, because the body's pretty long. Okay, yeah, 16. So you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. And you're gonna do 16 row. You're gonna do 16 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows of 16 for the body. If there's a little gap, that's okay. You can always fill it up with glue. The little spaces, because Jenga blocks are not perfectly, aligned. They're not exactly the same cut. There are flaws in them. So you this way, you're gonna do 16 across, and you're gonna do 9 rows of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 16 across, 9 rows. Put them all together like that. So when you look at it, his neck is gonna look like this. All right, like that. Got it? Okay. Now we're gonna do his legs. 4 legs. Okay. This is the most important part. Everything gotta be leveled here, down here. So he's gonna be standing. So you want it to make sure it stands. It doesn't get lopsided. So always pick the one that's perfectly aligned. So these, you're gonna do 4 of these, and you're gonna do 3. You're gonna do 6 of them, but you're gonna glue them this way, like this, not flat, like this. And you glue over here, and you glue over here. Make sure they're nice and evenly. Use your ruler, and you glue them. Hold on, let me move this a little higher so you can see. Yeah. Okay, glue here, like this. Okay, for the legs. Hold them there. Glue another set of 3. Okay, that's gonna be 1 leg. So you're gonna have 3 and 3 for 1 leg. Because then you're gonna, once these are glued together, you're gonna put them, you're gonna glue over here, so you can put it on top of each other. I like to make a leg. So you're gonna have 6 blocks all together. 3 here, 3 here. There's gonna be the legs like that. Because lions don't have long legs. So you're gonna do four legs, okay? 6, 6, 6, 6. 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3. And then you're gonna glue them like this and the bottom of the thing, and then first do 2 at a time like this. Or before you glue everything together, you can always do this. Turn it this way and glue it. Let it standing, leave it standing. If you have a little gap on the bottom, that's okay. The most important part is the bottom, not this part, because you can always fill it in with more glue. It will hold as long as it's touching the wood. Any little 4 corners are touching the wood, it's perfect. Okay, and then you glue over here like this, and let it sit for a day. Even though it glues pretty fast in half an hour, even half an hour. But I won't touch until the next day because I want to make sure, like that. See? I know it's not glued yet. I'm going to glue it soon, but I'm showing you pieces, parts of how to, like that. And just leave like that. And once it's all glued together, you stand it up, right? Then you could add the neck, and then you add the head. And everything's glued. You're gonna paint it, right? The color of a lion is like a yellowish beige kind of thing going on with him. It's like a beige color. Okay, so what I was doing is I'm playing with, I gave him this kind of color. I made my own color because of the tail I was using. I'm using felt for his tail. Okay. I use a piece of felt. I did his tail already because I needed to know the color, what color to use. What I did was cut a strip. I glue it. I added a little bit of wow, I can't remember, filling, and a piece of wire inside. Because I want the tail to be bendable. See, a piece of wire. That's all I did. Was maybe 3 inches. Let's say 4 inches, because when you close it, it's gonna get into 2 inches. So cut it at least like 4 inches, and then close it into 2 inches. Don't make it the tail too fat, because they don't have fat tails. And you stick a wire in it all the way down to here, and then add the filling in. Once you close it with the hot glue, nothing to sew. We have nothing to sew. And I have this fur. I have a piece of fur that I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna use for his mane. So I used it on the tip of it. What you do is take a little piece and just hot glue it around at the end. Very simple. Now you see, I made my own paint because I need to match the same color as the tail. It's not exactly, but close enough. You can mix it with white, take some brown, lighten it up with a little bit of yellow, and just mix it together until you find the right color. Whatever felt color you're using. This is beige. I know I bought this and it was beige. So if you're gonna get the felt, get it. When did I say it's beige? Because basically that's what it is, beige. I don't have no more. I was mixing a little bit to see what it got. I have to do it again so I can paint them. Because this is my second try with lime, because the first time I didn't like them. I didn't like the lime. So I bought this fur. It's by the yard in Amazon. And I was playing with it to wrap it around his head and stuff. You see, also the ears, the same material, the felt. All I did was cut it the size of the ears that I want. You need to cut it any size you want. It doesn't really matter. I don't do precisely sizes. I just eyeball it, and I put that little foam inside the little filling. Some of the little filling. All I do is hot glue on the. I did 2 pieces. I cut 2 pieces evenly, and I hot glue around it. I didn't close it in the end, and just fill it in with the filling, and then you just close it. And then when I did the head, the measurements for the head, I just added to the fur. That's all. I'll show you the other part of so something should look like this. Make sure you don't put it all the way in the front of his face, because its main is not in the face. And that was my mistake the first time I did. I didn't like it because it was too much on front of his face. Anyway, that will be for video number 2. We do the fur. We do the finishing touches. This was just a video about how to assemble him. Once you guys assemble him, everything else is just embellishment. You gotta figure out, his eyes. Make sure you whiskers. I'm gonna put whiskers on him. So I hope you understand the instructions. And once you, I'm gonna glue him together. And I glue him together. We'll start. I do the painting. I gotta mix my colors. I gotta mix that color. And then you start to paint them. Once you paint them, make sure you use Mod Podge after the paint, so the paint could stay. Fill in your cracks. Like here, I fill in a whole bunch of cracks that I had, because you do get cracks. I need to fill in this one. All you do is this to fill in the cracks. I have a little crack here, so I'm going to show you. See the little crack here? So you take the paint, the glue. Just add to the crack, okay? Fill it in like if you're filling it in. And now don't worry about the paint, because, the glue, it dries clear, crystal clear. So anytime you see a crack, because you're going to paint it, and the glue is going to cover the crack, so when you paint it over, you don't see it. So you see little cracks, just fill them in to make it look a little smoother with your finger. That. Let's see another crack over here. Wow, I didn't finish all my cracks. Are you guys watching? I'm sorry, I'm off camera again. I don't like to do that. Sometimes I get off camera. Okay, I'm gonna fill in a little crack, yeah? In the finger. Just fill it in. Right? I got no more cracks. I filled in all my cracks. It's the same like when you wood glue. Wood glue is yellowish. I don't like to use wood glue because it kind of has a yellowish color to it. And I like this one because it's clear. I fill in a lot of cracks and you can't see it because it's clear. Don't leave it bumpy, okay? Make sure when you fill in the cracks with your finger, spread it out. Okay? There's a little crack over here. Not a cracked space. You know why I say crack? space. The beauty about this is it's natural, so you know that even has the imperfection, it's okay. Okay, just fill in the crack, the space, and let it dry. Okay, I gotta do it in my legs. Do it around the legs. See spaces in between. You could do it between the thing. I add a lot of some in between because there's a little space in between when you put them together. Because these single blocks are not even, well, they're not cut even. So you got fill in a little bit in between with your finger, like this. I'll show you. See this? I have a little space in between here. Oh, sorry, I gotta pull this out. And this is a big one because this is my second one. This is my second bottle of glue. Because this is my fourth project I did with the Jenga blocks and the glue. So this glue really lasts a long time. I mean, you got to do a lot of projects with it. Like that. Okay? So spread it out. And it dries clear. So here's another crack that I have right here. I should put some more, a little bit more. And if you need to put a little bit more, put in more. Kind of evens it out. When you paint it, it looks even. Got this glue, it's pretty good. Once you glue, it doesn't come off at all. Okay. And just let it dry. Like that. This is they have smaller bottles. This is 14.2 US floor ounces. And you can get these at Home Depot. I forget how much I paid for them. I think I pay maybe $12 for it. I'm not sure. Yeah, around $12, $11.99 or $12.99. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I buy so much stuff I can't remember what I paid for the stuff. Anyway, what I'm gonna do since I'm here videotaping it, I'm gonna put my legs on because I've done everything else. So my next step is to put my legs, and I want to do my legs first before I do the head, the neck, or anything else. So I will make sure I'm getting the flat surface. So all you do is put some glue. I keep pushing it down. I keep doing that. And I spread it like that. Don't put a lot of it. Spread it like that. Okay? Let me go to this corner here so you can see. Let me show you this flushed on both sides. So you can see. Okay, let me just flush on this side. Like that. Evenly. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this one. Yeah. My finger. Wet one. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Keep it flush. Okay. Like that. Alright. Okay. I can't turn it this way because then it fall. Okay, then we do the other end, the same thing. Make sure it's even. Okay. Put some glue and spread it. When you put the glue, try not to pick it up and add any more glue to it. And flush in the corners. Because if there's any gaps in between, you can add glue to it. Okay, and my next one, my last one, I'll make sure it's even it. And add glue to it. And I'll put this on. You know, I have some kind of idea to put the bottom. Like, I want to make drawers, but I won't be able to. Or maybe add some fur on the bottom of his feet. Lions don't have fur on the bottom of his feet, but they look cute when they do. Okay, I'm gonna leave it just like that. I'm not messing with it. I think that's okay. Okay, once I have that like that, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, I'm gonna move it to the side, like this. Okay, move it like that. And while that's drying, I'm gonna do the neck and the head. Okay, we got the head and we got the neck. Okay, so I'm gonna put glue on the neck. And with my finger, to use your finger, you can use a brush if you want, but I like doing my finger. This is glue. I don't want glue on my brushes. Like that. Take a baby wipe. Turn him upside down. Make sure this is take the head and flip him over. And I'm gonna flush it. The back. Make sure it's nice and even. Like this. Turn around. This is the neck area. Like that. Fill it with your fingers. Make sure it's evenly. The back, the front. It's not off. It's about right. You have to push down, because really this thing glues. I mean, you can if you want to, but not really necessary. You don't have to put weight on it. Glue bonds pretty well. And I'm gonna let that dry. My next step is the neck to the body, but I'm not gonna do it until my legs are dry. And I'll put up a picture after I finish. Put the whole body together. Okay. So guys, I'm letting that dry. Tomorrow I'll do another video with the painting. I'll show you what paint I use and how much of it, so I could blend them together so you can see the color. So I'm gonna let the line dry overnight. See you in my next video. But part 2